Hey, it's Brainy and I am back with another project share. I am going to be sharing how I made this little notebook. I am part of a YouTube collab with a bunch of other artists and crafters here on YouTube. We are using the hashtag #BeGratefulArt, and I will put the links down below for some of the other videos, or you can just search this hashtag, which will be at the top of my video. We're going to make this cute little notebook. Here on the cover, I just have some baker's twine. I have a little tag that I had my daughter make. It is her fingerprints made into a turkey. She's 5. She wanted to help. I was totally for it. So inside it just has a little pocket and a little notepad from the Dollar Tree. It's really simple. I'm making a bunch of these just to give, we're going to a Thanksgiving dinner this year as opposed to me hosting it. So these are just little gifts for everyone that's going to be there. Just as a little thinking of you, grateful that we have so many loving people in our lives. And I wanted my daughter to be a part of it, so she helped me pick out what we wanted to make. So this is what we're going to make. So excuse me, I'm going to move this out of the way. So what you're going to need, this is the notepads that I'm using. They're from the Dollar Tree. You don't have to use this specific one. You'll just have to adjust your measurements to your notepad if you don't use this specific one. This one is 3.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall. Your tools, bone folder, scoring tool, whatever. I'm going to be using this cardstock. It's 80-pound weight, just vanilla cardstock, and just gonna pull that out. And then I am going to be using an old DCVW fall collection. This is from forever ago. I have it in my stash. It's a great reason to use it up, so I'm going to. So these are quick and easy. You can change the theme to whatever you want if you don't need a fall themed one, or these would make great like little teacher gifts, kind of whatever you need. So you'll have to excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold. So we're going to start, these notepads actually have 5 sections to them. I want to say they're 5 different notepads, but I'm going to break it into 5 different notepads. Just so you get more bang for your buck that way. So they come in different colors. I picked up all of the orange ones that for my specific use because I knew I was making fall themed ones. But they have like green and pink and purple. So I just take my X-Acto knife and I'm gonna slice right through the glue. I'm slicing right behind like the little chipboard that's back there. And you're just gonna separate them. So that's how you do those, and I based all of my measurements based off of these notepads, but you can adjust it to any notepad you have. But I'm going to give you the measurements for my notepad. So on an 8.5 inch sheet of paper, you're going to cut your paper down on the 11-inch side to 8, and you're going to leave the 8.5. I'm going to just let's see. And then we're going to do some scoring. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull up my scoreboard just because it's a little easier to see on camera than me trying to do it in my paper trimmer, which is what I usually do. Okay, so the first set of score lines you're going to do on the 8-inch side. So you're going to put it in, and they're kind of funny measurements just because I wanted some wiggle room in between my, my notepad and stuff. So the notepad itself is 3.5. I wanted to give it an 1/8 inch buffer, so I'm going to actually score at 3 5/8. 5/8 is that first little 1/8 tick mark right after the 1/2 inch mark. So you're going to score there. Score straight. And then I want a 1/4 inch gusset, so I'm just going to count over 2 more 1/8 inch tick marks, which will put me at 3 7/8, which is actually just the little tick mark right before the 4. And then I'm going to go all the way down to 7.5 and score again so that I can make a pocket that's gusseted. And I'm going to rotate so that the 8.5 inch side is along the top and my 1/2 inch hinge is at the bottom, and I'm going to score at 5 1/8. So I have that 1/8 inch around my notepad. So that's the scoring right there. Set my score. And then we are going to cut off the pieces we don't need for this. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to line this up at 1/2 inch. And we're going to cut this top portion of the hinge off because we don't need it. We only need it in the bottom portion where the pocket's going to fold up. So we're just going to slice down to that 5 1/8 score line and then come up. Excuse me. And we're going to rotate, and on the portion that doesn't have the pocket, so on the opposite side, we're going to come in, we're going to go to that 5 1/8 score line. We're going to slice it to the second score line of that by that 1/4 inch gusset. And then we're going to come over, we're going to rotate, and we're going to cut this whole rectangle off. You don't need that whole thing, so you're going to line it up. You're going to leave that 1/4 inch gusset because we're going to use that as part of our pocket, but you're going to go to the second score line and line it up and chop it off. So this is what you're left with. So you have on the top this part that we just sliced down, the part where the pocket will be, the pocket that'll fold up, the 2 gussets on each side of the pocket, the 1/4 inch gusset to hold the notepad, and the place where we're going to glue the notepad. Hope that makes sense. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and come in and cut out the bulk for where I'm going to be folding. So I'm going to cut out the bulk here, cut off that little piece, and I just need to take a little triangle out of here so that when I fold that up, it's not going to get in the way. This is extra. You can use this to stamp on, decorate, whatever you need to. Put it in your scrap pile. So now you're just going to burnish all of your score lines. So you're going to come in here and fold up. Fold up. This goes up. This will be our pocket. So you want to line it up with that outside edge and give it a nice good crease. Any cardstock will work for this. I happen to be using this one because it's the color. It was in the color I needed. I wanted like a cream color, so I used this vanilla cardstock. But you can use the Michaels cardstock, leftover cardstock, whatever you got. If you don't care about the height of your pocket, you could also use an 8 inch, like an 8 by 8 pattern paper, and you wouldn't have to decorate it. You could just fold it up and call it a day. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to come in with our score tape. And then I'm just going to line it up with the outside edge, put that down, and then crease it. And you're just about done. Like, you've got your little booklet. I'm going to use my We Are Memories Keeper chomper. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch side, and I'm just going to corner around all of my corners because it's just what I like. You can do whatever your personal preference. If you like the corners, leave the corners. Don't have a corner rounder? Don't worry about it. And then there's our little booklet, and then I'm going to take my notepad. I'm just going to stick some score tape on the back. The glue side is at the top. We're going to open this up, and this is just going to slide right in here. Just like next to, like, just a 1/16 of an inch away from that score line. Trying to line up the top and the bottom so that it's even. And press it down. There you go. And then you can kind of decorate however you see fit. This really cute paper. And I'm going to use that one to decorate my outsides. So I'm going to cut this down to 3.5 by 5. So I'm going to start by cutting it down to 3.5. Get that lined up. And then I'm going to need 2 pieces, one for the back and one for the front. So I put that down to 5. Cut this down to 5. And then this little piece will actually fit in the inside where the top of that pocket is if you want to use that. I'm actually going to just grab another piece and cut 2 different pieces for the inside so that I have something different on the inside. That's just personal preference. So I'm going to again line it up at the 3.5. For that top part of the pocket, it needs to just be 2 inches. So you need a 2-inch piece. I'm trying to get it on camera, but so you have a 2-inch piece for that top pocket. I'll save this for another notebook. Okay, so you want 3.5 by 3.25. I just wanted to double check that measurement so that I didn't screw it up. So you'll have those 4 pieces. Again, you could use absolutely one 12 by 12 or scraps would be this would be a great scrap buster. So you make sure that you have your book in the right direction. I'm also going to cut a piece of twine. I'm going to use this Doris one, and I'm just going to use this brown because it's super cute. And I'm just going to cut just a chunk. And let's do like 16 inches, give or take. I'm just using the ruler at the bottom of my mat. I'm just going to tie a simple little knot on each end so that, because the baker's twine can come like unfrayed and stuff, so quick and easy little fall project. So I'm going to use my ATG gun to do this section. So all I'm going to do is eyeball where the back, like the center back is, just kind of a guesstimation. I'm going to fold my piece of twine in half, figure out where the center mark is about, and then I'm just going to line that up with the back spine, give or take, and then pull it around the front. And then because I corner around the outside edges, I'm going to do the same thing to my paper. Just going to use that 1/4 inch round. These don't have a direction, so it really doesn't matter which 2 I do, but if you have a paper that has a directional print, you're going to want to make sure that you corner around the right corner. And then the same thing for these. Like I need that top corner up here and this corner down here. So again, if you have a directional print, you want to make sure you use the right one. And then I'm going to ink the edges of all of my papers just because I don't really love the white core that shows when you cut paper. Again, you can make these way quicker and just skip this step. It's a personal preference. You design them however you like. I just wanted to throw the idea out there. I was inspired by, I think it's Amber, who's Lyric Lover, I think 8110. She was using these notepads and was making like a folio for them that was similar. And I just thought it was a really cute gift idea, and I wanted to do my take on it. Simple, quick gifts. I know a lot of people do craft fairs this time of year. This would be a great craft fair project. We're going to give them as little gifts to our family. So I'm going to again use my ATG. And then look, you're just about done. And then I had my daughter sit, and she was happy as I'll get out to make some little tags. Some she was just playing, and so I just drew the little turkey faces on them. Like I don't know, I made these when I was a kid, so they've been around forever. So we're just gonna, and then on the back I'll write like from the Mayotte family and all that fun jazz. So, but yeah, there you go. You have a cute little gift or notebook, and you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this cute little craft project. You have a very happy Thanksgiving. I will be back with more projects to share, and we will see you soon. Thanks.